Well, clearly, we will get you more updates on that situation just outside the finance minister. But after the winter session washout, the government, as per sources, is planning a massive hike in the salaries of our lawmakers. Now, this planned move may just give rise to a massive row since the frequent disruptions in parliament proceedings have only been bleeding the exchequer and causing a huge amount of loss to the country as well. The proposal, believed to be from Parliamentary Affairs Ministry, aims at doubling the salaries of lawmakers. The salary hike could happen in the budget session of Parliament, according to sources. The ministry has proposed that the monthly salary of parliamentarians should be doubled from rupees 50,000 to rupees 1 lakh, and that the office and constituency allowances should also change from rupees 45,000 to rupees 90,000. And if these proposals are accepted by the finance ministers, lawmakers of both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha would be earning around rupees 2.8 lakh per month. Okay, let's get in a quick update from Athir. Now, Athir, we are quoting sources here, but what really has been recommended, for this salary hike for our parliamentarians?
Well, you see, this this demand has been on for a long time now. Antika, the standing committee has also been demanding it for past many years. But it is now that it has actually, a proposal has been moved to the finance ministry, and the contention being that the allowances have not been revised for a long time, and therefore the salary should also be double, and it should be made 1 lakh rupees. Other than that, the secretarial allowances, which a member of parliament requires to maintain his office, needs to be increased. Also, it needs to be doubled, and at the same time, the constituency allowance also needs to be increased. So these are the factors which have been taken into account, and not just that. The members who are senior, who have served more than 5 years, their an additional amount of 500 rupees should also be paid to them. At the moment, the amount is 1,500 rupees, so it should be increased by 500 rupees more. Along with this salary, the pension, of course, will also be increased. That is the proposal with the finance ministry, but we'll have to wait and watch how, whether the ministry approves it, and once it is approved, it will of course be brought in the next budget session.
Absolutely, but Athir, the bigger question is, the kind of message it would send to the taxpayer. We have seen unrelenting disruptions. We've seen the winter session being a repeat of the monsoon session, which was a complete washout, no business being transacted, which speaks very poorly of the state of affairs in the highest seat of democracy, being our parliament.
Well, indeed it does. The last session was a complete almost washout, and there was some business in Lok Sabha, but Rajya Sabha, the business wasn't up to the mark, and it has been condemned by the government and the representatives. But at the same time, the opposition has been blaming the government for their firm stand, for not being able to negotiate, and for in turn blaming the government for not allowing the business to happen. So it was, allegations which were happening, but the net result was there was hardly any business which was transacted. But clearly, there is also a call for introspection from several quarters among the parliamentarians themselves. So we'll have to wait and watch whether there'll be any business in the next budget session other than passage of the budget, of course.
26th of November, YSR Congress Party MP from Rajampet, PV Mithun Reddy, along with his supporters, allegedly slapped the Tirupati airport manager Rajshekhar when airport authorities refused.
The winters are upon us. Time to take out your sweater jackets and, in my case, cap. In fact, my colleague Rohit has already started knitting. Now, Sony smartphones, I really like them, because they have their own design philosophy.